welcome to the BS Bros podcast. My name is Kirby. I'm joined alongside Terrell. Terrell has a PlayStation 5 now, as you can see in the background. He's currently working on some things. I don't know where the others are. We're a tad early, so it is what it is. So that's why we're kind of short-handed right now. But Terrell's here. So, I don't really know what we're going to talk about on today's episode. We did have a very busy week, though. So, maybe we'll talk about that, but who knows? I don't know. I'm hoping we get some more people in here so it's not just me talking.
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted that whole time.
You were louder than a motherfucker. Alright, there we go. Welcome. Terrell, how does it feel?
I'm hurting.
Why?
I'm just hurting.
Any particular reason why?
We had our armored combat fight this past weekend, and I got trucked, wrecked, got my wrist sprained. It's starting to feel a little bit better, so it probably wasn't that bad. And yeah, I got a PlayStation 5 from J-Ray. He actually put up his end, which was surprising.
I think we all knew he was going to get it. It was just a matter of would he get it in time?
When?
Yeah. When, pretty much. Although now, because I undid all my stuff for you, I'm having a hard time getting all my stuff for mine. So, what's the others? There's like fucking 3 other guys in the other Discord.
I know.
So, I was hoping they'd show up, but it looks like the beta is a little more important, I guess, than our show that we have.
It's like they don't care.
We do what we do. I'll be
Got
here
me
for
a Brock Lesnar hat.
Brock Lesnar hat.
No, this is the hat. The Western Gambler's hat. So, but now that I will look at it on here, I'm like, it's a Brock Lesnar hat, especially matches with the Money in the Bank and title in the background of my background.
The jukebox?
I wish I got the box. That would look pretty cool. But yeah, it wasn't Carlsbad last week. Obviously, you guys knew that. Some of you, most of you. Hopped in a little bit, but that was Friday night. We came in late, so we didn't really fight. But it was a drive. I gotta thank Corey this podcast because he helped me with the PlayStation setup and downloads.
Yeah, I don't think we would have been seeing you tonight if that was the case, huh?
Yeah. Literally, Fortnite said, oh, you got 99 plus hours to play, and I was like, why?
I said 99 hours for one game, and that's not even Call of Duty. That's the worst part.
I know it's Fortnite.
So, I mean, hey, whatever.
But yeah, I still think it's hilarious that we all knew that tonight was a podcast and everyone's just gaming.
It is what it is. I think they've been done for this for a while, which is nuts because Joseph's trying to write a book about how successful he wants this podcast to be, yet he doesn't want to show up for it, which is kind of insane.
Which is stupid.
So, whatever. I don't know if I'm
I
gonna
wish I can blow up chat on the Twitch, but it's whatever.
blow it up or pull it up.
Like, blow it up. You just put we know. Whatever. I know you know, so join. Join, loser.
I'll throw shade. Fuck it.
Joe's the myth, the legend of the shit talker.
It's weird because we've been doing this for fucking almost 100 weeks now.
A year and a half now, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's about a year and a half. I think we're approaching 2 years. No,
Yeah,
maybe not that close, but
yeah, we're not that close.
we've been doing this long enough to know that we start at 10 p.m. Right? Not only do we start at 10 p.m., we we do this every day, every week. Not every day, every week, same time, same place. And for some reason, video games are prioritizing our project that we're working on together. It makes no sense. I don't understand where priorities.
I understand my priority of the video game because it's a new console.
Sure, well, we're supposed to also be working out bugs, but I guess
Yeah.
that's not happening either. So
Yeah, no. When I joined their little party, they were just gaming. So
yeah,
I
what a
was like,
shot.
okay, I guess.
Damn, that sucked. They canceled the Farmington game. Not that it was a game; it was 49-3.
49-3, and Cleveland took the win.
Yeah, Eesh.
Crazy.
I can't believe it. Well, let's see. What do we have to talk about? We had a very
on the Reds side. Oh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I said on the Reds side of things, Shubrok Fair is going on.
Yeah, one of my coworkers requested today off so they could be there, and another one headed down as soon as we were done with work today. So he got in his car and took off.
There was a guy at one of the bars that wanted us to fight out there, and me, Poe, two other native guys in our armored combat group were like, no, it's not worth fighting down there because one, they wanted us to fight outside of 7-Eleven, which is barely even getting into Shubrok. Like, it's like probably like a good mile to like the main, not even a good mile, probably like a good like 4 miles from the main area where the fair is. And I was just like, no, I'd rather be in the fairgrounds fighting where it's safe, not in a fucking parking lot of 7-Eleven in the middle of the night. And even like the guys in our group were like, are you sure it's going to be safe out there? And I'm just like, no. Especially, everyone's heard me complain about natives on the res, about drinking and all that stuff. Once they see us fight, I already know someone's just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna fight me? I can fight you!" And yeah, it's just gonna be a big old mess. So hopefully next year in the fairgrounds we go out there. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want a Native American team called the Hogback Hobbits. uh,
Ridiculous
just a
name.
bunch of small ass, just a bunch of small ass natives fighting, fighting these big tall white dudes.
Man, well, we had a pretty eventful week slash weekend. Um, Bob, obviously, as you saw in the last podcast, Bob was here. Um,
Oh yeah,
he showed up and surprised us, which was cool. He then stuck around for a couple of days, and we hung out with him on Sunday night. We hung out with him all day Sunday, and that's when you and Joe's were traveling back, and you guys got back so freaking
yeah.
late you missed the entirety of the first half of Sunday night football and disc golf. So we said,
The worst Sunday night football game ever, by the way.
yeah, we'll break that down in just a second. Then we had everyone come over on Tuesday. We did some disc golf, and we hung out at my house. So, which then saw the return of Isaiah, which I thought was impressive. Shocking again, he's not here tonight. And I don't.
It's funny because he told us like he was gonna be here today.
Yeah, it's nuts because he's not only was he like, oh, I'll be there. He was in the chat today saying, let's play Rocket League tonight, and yet for some reason, he's still not here. So, but of course, neither are the other guys. So really, who's better? I mean,
Yeah, it's about to become the Kirby and TJ show.
yeah, no kidding. We're about to have to start rebranding here soon.
Yeah.
I was gonna, I was, I'm gonna be honest, Terrell. I was gonna come in here today and talk about how I felt like our friendships with our friends were starting to split. It felt like we were literally just all playing games together. That was it. We didn't hang out anymore. I felt the love was kind of dying. And then Bob came home. We all hung out again. It was great. I had a good time. And maybe I guess it's not like our love was splitting. It's more of we were drifting apart. Not that like my love for
Yeah.
anyone else has changed. It's more so the fact that we aren't as close as we once were, and that makes me kind of sad, you know. And so to get to hang out together this, sorry, go ahead.
Because we used to hang out a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we only did one podcast where we were all together,
Mm-hmm.
and that actually was probably the more entertaining. I don't know. We've had some entertaining podcasts, but like that one was kind of, it just felt more lively because you got to see how everyone interacted with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was nice because I felt that sense of camaraderie again this week when we were hanging out. And I was excited to come do this podcast because I was very excited to hear how everybody else felt the day was going to be. Hold on. Getting a call. Hello?
Oh.
Okay, let me throw it to Terrell for a second. All right, one sec. Terrell, I'm gonna let my dogs in. I think it's pouring outside.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
I'll take over that. So, Corey's gonna bring his dogs in. Yeah. So just a little update. Friday, actually Thursday through Sunday, I went to the Carlsbad um, Caverns Ren Fair. I got the fight, got to meet up with my other night crew friends, which was pretty cool. Um, Survived the whole weekend. I got hurt on Saturday. I got trucked by a 20-year-old linebacker, basically twice, not just once, twice. My girlfriend protected me most of the time when I was injured, and I think it was like the second fight before the last fight, I actually messed up my wrist. I got hit on this side. My gauntlet was kind of short because the gauntlets I was using before kept slipping off, and so me and my friend Chris switched gauntlets, and it got to the point where my wrist was exposed, and I got hit right where the tendon is. There's a little divot there. I don't know if you can really see, but there's somewhat of a divot, so it's finally healing. But yeah, got injured, and but still had fun with my friends. Still had fun with that. We're just a awkward group, I guess you can say. But it was nice representing the Hunky Punks. That's my armored combat name, the Hunky Punks. But yeah, that was our fight, and I have some funny videos. So check out my TikTok. Um, Obviously, go to the BS Bros podcast TikTok, and you'll find my TikTok on there. I usually post what's on there, and if it's not there, I'll post my TikTok. So yeah, other than that, that was pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Um, but yeah, Corey's back. He probably let his dogs in from the lightning and thunderstorm that's
Yeah,
going on
it
outside.
it wasn't raining hard. It was about to start raining, and the lightning was spooking them, so they were ready to come inside.
Lightning's pretty bright tonight.
Yeah, dude. I was outside cooking a steak for Maddie, and man, was it like just in the distance you could see the lightning, and I'm like, there's no way it doesn't rain, right? And it's probably only gonna sprinkle for like 5 seconds. But I like lightning. I think lightning's pretty cool. So it was kind of nice to just be out there and watch it in the distance. It wasn't like close enough for me to be in any danger, which was cool. But yeah, so um going back to what I was saying earlier, it was really nice to get to hang out with the guys again and feel that sense of camaraderie again. It felt like it was missing, and maybe it was just cuz like life gets in the way of the fact that like you start going into this whole Jerry, you are echoing.
Yeah, I know I am. I'm trying to fix it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but the story earlier when Corey was gone, somebody broke off my metal piece that protects my
Oh.
neck.
But anyway,
So I gotta figure out how to
get
get
it
that
put back
on my
on.
helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my helmet's in the shop too because my helmet's usually back here, but somebody bent the cross on my helmet too.
Hmm.
Yeah, sad. But
Jeez.
going on, Corey.
If I felt this like sense of camaraderie that has been missing, sometimes you just get so focused on life, you get into the same rut that you just do the same motion over and over again. Monday you wake up, you go to work, you get work knocked out, you go home, you go to bed. And then obviously when you have a family, that takes priority over everything else, and you just get stuck in this rut where you're doing the same thing over and over and over. But
Which I don't blame. I mean, that's a responsibility that everyone has to basically prioritize.
yeah, but I felt like this week was different because the fact that we got to hang out with the guys again, most especially like getting to see Bob, who we haven't seen in quite some time. It felt very refreshing to get to see and hang out with the boys again, and it felt nice. The Tuesday hangout was a little fucking off because by the time I actually went to bed, it was like midnight. I have been fucking killing my sleep schedule all week long. Sunday, I didn't think I went to bed till like midnight. Monday, I think I had a normal night. I think I went to bed at like 10 or 11 actually, which is worse.
Then we hung out Tuesday till like 10.
Yeah, then by the time I went to bed Tuesday, it was like almost 12:30.
Yeah.
And what made it worse is like not only is my sleep schedule getting all fucked up, but then there was like the issue of my work. I had like a bunch of shit going on there that was just causing shit to be late. Like our plant wasn't running on time. I had shit coming out late. I couldn't leave on time even if I got in when I usually do. So now my Monday was a really long day. My Tuesday was long because I stayed there on the clock a little longer than I should have. I probably could have gone home, but there was no one telling me to get off. Wednesday was a super late day. And then today, dude, like I stayed up late Wednesday night because I had Thursday off, and then I don't know what the hell. Thursday night football. That's what happened. I was watching
Yeah.
Thursday night football, and by the time that ended, and I got home and was able to go to bed, it was like 12, I think. And I try to go to bed at 9, and that just hasn't been happening this week. So it's obviously killing me.
I just think it's weird that Thursday night football goes late now.
Well, it starts at 6:15, and Monday night football starts at like 5:30 or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I only figured it out because I was gonna watch the Monday night games this last week because there was 2 of them. I really didn't care. I really didn't care for either game, but the Jets Miami game was okay. The Bronco Bengal game, forget it. I knew that was a Bronco win. There was no shot that the Bengals were gonna go out and take that. But the Jets Miami game, I was like, Miami statistically should win that, but the Jets put up a fight against the Steelers in week 1. They look like a good underdog team. I thought it was a good battle, and the fact that Miami came out on top just shows that they have potential. But their division is very tough. They have a Bills team that is just going to dominate all season long. So, and then what else? Oh yeah, Sunday Night Football. Let's talk about it.
All right, J Ray, you need your voice in this one.
We have
J Ray's the Green Bay Packers.
Hold on. We are very fortunate in this group to have a variety of fans from different fan bases. We have 2 Dallas Cowboy fans, a Green Bay Packer fan, a 49er fan, a Bills fan, 2 Bronco fans, and a guy who says he doesn't give a shit, but I'm told he's also a Packer fan. So
He's just a little shy.
He's just.
I mean, everyone's freaking out of like, oh, the defense is awful. Jordan Love is not as good as he said he is. And I'm like listening to the Milwaukee radio, and everyone's freaking out. Like, dude, it's literally week 4.
it's 5.
You're fine. It's the first game. Well, technically at the time, week 4. But I was like, they were freaking out. It's like, dude, we are fine. Like, it was the first game without Jaden Reed. They just had to focus on Romeo Dobbs. Tucker Kraft wasn't really doing much either. Like, they couldn't establish the running game. We were just really just falling in. They were just falling in, and they started spiraling. They couldn't figure out what to do. They couldn't hold George Pickens. Safeties couldn't hold anything worth a damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They gave it up.
It felt like it wasn't only your defense. It felt like both defenses were like they tried everything they could and they couldn't get shit done. It was just a fucking route fest, left, right, and center.
Trash, dude.
Like, it turned into just despair and just, just chuck it. Like, we're good, but
We're just gonna do Hail Marys all the fucking time.
Yeah,
literally, that's literally what it turned into. I was like, all right, perfect, 2-minute drill.
The fuck it
every time everyone has the ball.
The fuck it and chuck it fest.
Yes, literally. Like, it was literally just 2-minute drill every time someone had the ball. But Matt LaFleur saying what he said, I don't know if you guys know what he said after the game. He said, and I quote, "If I knew it was gonna turn out like that, we would have gone faster." It's like, dude, we were going too fast to begin with.
Yeah.
It's like they couldn't even think. The O-line, I feel like they were just overwhelmed.
I think it's hard.
Like they were asking too much.
It's hard for me because if you leave a game on the table like that, it's going to end up either being the reason why you secure a first round bye or it's going to cost you your fucking spot. You know what I mean? If you're 1 win shy of taking the number 1 seed, but that 1 win is a tie, it's going to cost you. But it's in the same breath, if you somehow drop down and you're a 7 seed and the 6 seed below you has 1 less win or has the same amount of wins as you, but you have a tie more than them to put you up over them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll get that far for you, but
I'm still pissed off that it just ended in a tie.
Packers schedule.
it's just weird that the Dallas Cowboys and the Packers in history, this is the second highest tied game ever.
To be honest with you, I don't think the Packers
It
have
just
anything to worry about coming up.
yeah.
They go Bengals, Cardinals, right? Bengals, Cardinals, Steelers. Your toughest game there is probably the Steelers. The Bengals are too banged up. You can whatever. The Cardinals, they're the Cardinals, dude. Come on. If you lose to the Cardinals, chalk the season up. The Steelers,
How do you feel?
the
How do you
Steel.
feel about the 49ers?
I'll get to that. The Steelers,
Okay.
don't get me wrong, are a good team. If Green Bay should truly be better than them. Don't get that is a Rodgers revenge game, but it should be Green Bay that shuts them down, right? J Ray, you agree or no?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. Then you play the
Like
Panthers.
if they lose these games, like any of these games, they like Steelers, they could lose too. Like let's be honest.
Yeah.
They could get overwhelmed very easily
Realistically,
just because of Rodgers.
I'm looking towards the end of the season here, right? You go after Steelers, you go Panthers, Eagles, which will be a tough one. Giants, which should be okay, unless Jackson Dart starts turning it up for them, man. They looked really good this last week. It'll be tough to see what's going to happen going on. Then you play the Vikings. We'll see if they can find their footing again. Then the Lions, the Bears, the Broncos, who could be in good spectacular form by then, hopefully, because they haven't done shit in the beginning. Bears again, and then you end your season with Ravens, Vikings. And if the Ravens can get Lamar Jackson back and healthy and figure out their defensive woes, you're looking at a Ravens team at the end of December that is either fighting for a playoff spot or is fighting for seeding. I get right now, and based off of their record right now, it's most likely fighting for a playoff spot. They're going to come at you guys hard. Looking at Dallas Cowboys schedule, they go, oh shit. Panthers, Commanders, Broncos, Cardinals, Raiders. Hardest game there is probably the Broncos, maybe Commanders if Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry come back.
Nah, it's Debo squad now.
The Broncos,
It's Debo squad.
the Broncos, from my understanding, don't have any notable injuries out unless I'm missing somebody. I don't know. After that, they go Eagles. Oh, the shit. This is a 3-game slide that's going to be tough. Eagles, Chiefs, Lions. But then they end the season with Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, and Giants. That 3-game slide is going to be a tough one. Unless the Chiefs ain't the Chiefs. Which could be for real.
I ain't saying anything about the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't say anything because it's up in the air.
I just don't know how to feel about them. It's just they beat the Giants, and they're 2-2, or are they 1-3?
I think they're 1-3.
Who'd they play? They had. Now I don't know. Oh, and they have the Jaguars. They played the Oh, yeah, they're 2-2.
Not to be a girl, but I'm finding new bruises from this past weekend.
Oh yeah, and then I think my favorite part of the whole thing is Terrell laying on my floor on Tuesday night going, "I'm in so much pain," and I look at Bob and I go, "Should we totally dogpile the fuck out of this guy?" And he goes, "Let's do it." So I dive right on top of Terrell, and then Bob jumps on top of me. Then Josh, no, not Josh, yeah, and then Josh, then Isaiah. And
I figured Terrell was on the bottom because I was looking at y'all and I was like,
"Oh, brother, man,
Terrell's on the bottom of that pile."
Let me tell you, man, I don't know how them NFL players do that shit. I was like above Terrell on that pile. It's him, then me. I couldn't fucking hold them, dude. It was so fucking. Oh my.
Here's the thing. Like,
I'm like,
in
ah.
high school, I feel like when we did dog piles for the fumbled ball, I think the padding is what took more of
And
the weight.
that's probably what the padding is for, man. I'll be honest. I don't. I don't know. I've never been in pads, so I don't know the difference. I know the difference it makes, like when someone hits you. I don't know the difference it makes when you're in a pile.
I've been in dog piles like with the armor, and like all of us would just kind of just push each other off like it was nothing. I guess it's just the adrenaline. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I do know that being at the bottom of that pile was. I've never felt a more heavy pain. I felt.
Oh, I thought this was.
Josh don't look like a big boy. Josh a big boy. Josh a heavy
We
boy.
have two people. Oh, I'm probably one of them. I was like, we have two people on Twitch, but
Um.
are you on Twitch too, Corey?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. It's just us two.
No, there's people floating in and out. I think the football talk killed two of our listeners.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they were Cowboys and Bronco fans.
breaking down Thursday night football from yesterday, Niners Rams. I went into that game going, well, I really fucking hope. I here's the thing, right? If we lost, it's whatever. I understand why we lost. We don't have we didn't have our starting quarterback. We didn't have our top 3 wide receivers. We're missing a tight end. Half our line is hurt. We're missing our top defensive star, Nick Bosa. And I think we're getting Mikael Williams back, which I think was our one good bit. And then watching that game, it was very clear to see that Mac Jones was very fucking hurt. But as I was watching the game, and I was watching with my dad, he said something to me that made me think, I'm like, I don't understand why this guy's like playing so hurt. He could just go out and let the third string come in because the third string is healthy. And he goes, no, what you don't understand is this is his time to shine. So next season, or maybe before the trade deadline, when it's time to get traded, he's got stock. People will see he's a gritty guy, and they'll want to pick him up. And it's the same with the wide receivers, right? These wide receivers that are like 4, 5, 6, and 7 are turning it up. Now, Mac Jones to Kendrick Bourne was obviously going to be his main target because that was his main target when he was a Patriot. Because Mac Jones' rookie season, his wide receiver room had Kendrick Bourne in it. So it makes sense to go throw to a guy that knows you and you know him and you guys have a connection. So, and boy, did Kendrick turn it up. McCaffrey really carried the first half, and boy, did Kendrick Bourne come in and absolutely carry the second half. I did get nervous towards the end. The missed field goal was really funny to watch because before field goals, I'm like, I move my hand to blow the wind like it's gonna do something, and then it went that direction, and I was like, and I was happy. The missed or blocked PAT for them to take the lead. They scored a touchdown and should have gone up 21-20. But then we blocked the PAT, and it was now 2020, which I thought was pretty fun. It gave me a good chuckle. Oh, but sitting there before Thursday Night Football, I had to stop, right? If we lose, whatever. If we win with the amount of injuries we have, imagine how great we will be when we are healthy. If we can get the wins now, and then somebody today on TikTok, this cracked me the fuck up. Someone goes, I have a conspiracy theory. I don't think any of the 49ers are hurt. I think they're just resting their starters for the playoffs. And I'm like, boy, did I wish that was the fucking case. But, man, is it so not true. But, the end of the game I thought was spectacular. I kind of wish the Niners would have gone for the first down. I understand why they just ran it. You want to get the timeouts wasted by the Rams, whatever. Punt it away. I thought it would have been interesting if they ate a safety and then kicked the ball off to them, but I don't know if that would have fucked us even more, because then it would have been like a 1-point game and a field goal would have won it for them. So I'm okay with the way it went. I did see a lot of people criticizing the Rams in overtime. San Fran went down really quick off a botched kickoff out of the field of play, the landing zone or whatever, and they started on the 35. They went down the field quickly and then stalled out, but they kicked the field goal and got it. First of all, that field goal was insane. That thing, I don't know if you watched it, it would look like it was going to hit the upright, and it just sliced it as it went by. It was great. It was close, but it was great. Number 2, the Rams were going down the field, and it's 4th and 1. Okay? I don't understand why you don't throw it. Matthew Stafford has been dicing up our safeties all day, and all you need is a yard. Watching that play back, I understand why they went for it. A lot of people are like, why don't you just kick the field goal? I'll tell you why you don't kick the field goal. It's the same reason why in regulation, right? A lot of coaches are going for it on 4th down. Because kickoffs are so fucking far up the field already that you're practically like 1 or 2 first downs, you're in field goal range. So if you give the ball back to San Francisco and they go 1 or 2 first downs because your defense is exhausted at this point, all we have to do is kick a field goal for the win. And it would be like the old overtime rules where you don't even get a chance to rebuttal. So you go for the win. Now, an interesting statistic I did hear when I was listening to one of my sports shows I listened to today, they said the play they ran on 4th down, 4th and 1, they had 10 total plays on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 that entire game. They ran that same play 6 times. 6 times in that game earlier. The same exact play, same exact setup, everything. Nothing changed. There was nothing that changed. I don't understand in a game-winning scenario how you don't put it in your quarterback's hands to throw it or run a different fucking play. So, in the sense of going for it, I understand. In the sense of running the same play you've been running the whole game, it makes no sense to me. It means your depth and play calling isn't that deep, or you think this play is so trustworthy. I don't understand it. Now, I will say, the safety we had a safety that was getting diced up all fucking game long, dude. It was insane. He couldn't cover anything. Came in and made the punch at the end of the game to stop Kyron Williams from getting the first down. So he totally redeemed himself at the end. But we definitely he needs to start learning how to cover, man, because he, I think, only had one targeted pass towards him that wasn't a completion. And I think it was either a drop or it was like going out of bounds or something. I don't even know. But very gritty way to win. Now we're first in the West and we're 3-0 in the division. And what makes me happy is I like to watch back to the beginning of the season when everyone's like, San Francisco is only going to have like 7 wins max. They won't do anything. They will miss the playoffs. They'll be last in the division. We're 3-0 in the division. Okay? The worst that can happen is we split with everyone in the division. And we can't lose those matchups. So if we can just go out there and win the winnable games, we don't have to worry about the bad games anymore because we hold the division advantage. So next week, or we get 10 days off, right? Give Mac Jones some rest. Okay, Purdy brother, man. He tried to come back way too early and it showed last week. Get him the fucking rest he needs. Let's let him sit. Mac Jones has it. Let's figure out the rest of the guys. George Kittle, I hear, might be coming back, although I'm also hearing he might take one more week. I don't know how I feel about one more week, but the receiving core looks pretty solid. So, I don't feel bad about it. What we do need is to trade for an edge rusher or somebody that will put pressure on the fucking quarterback, because Matt Stafford looked like a fucking goat because we got no pressure on him. He had one time I think he was pressured. It was ridiculous how much he was able to run around and throw. All the time in the world. So I guess the way to end it before we move on to something else is I don't know who should have won that game. Everyone's saying the Rams absolutely should have won that game, and it makes me so happy to go through like Twitter and Facebook and all this shit and see people that posted from like previous like Wednesdays and shit that are like, who you guys got for tomorrow night's game? And everyone's like, the Rams are gonna fucking kill them. I didn't know if it was gonna be a slaughter or if it was gonna be close, and I'm so fucking glad it was close. But I also had the thought in my head of, could you imagine if the NFL has back-to-back ties in a season, and 3 of the teams in that back-to-back tie are our teams? Wouldn't that be so fucking coincidentally weird? Like we're in a simulation. Like that genuinely came really close to being a possibility. If the Rams kick a field goal and San Francisco gets the ball and they run down the clock and then the kick is missed, or we give the ball back to the Rams and the Rams don't do anything with it and time expires, you have Sunday Night Football. Oh, I guess Monday Night Football happened, huh? But still back-to-back weeks. I don't think that's a thing that has happened. Ties are very rare. It's very rare. I think there's only been like 7 in the 2010 era. 2000s? Yep. I don't know. There's a statistic somewhere that says that. But to have 2 in back-to-back weeks in the same season would have been insane. I wouldn't have been happy it was my team. I would have rather had the 3-0 division lead. I'm glad we have that now. But great game. Very gritty win by a very hurt team. All I can really hope for at this point is that we can get healthy, stop getting fucking hurt, because, by golly, like, what the fuck? Do I have to sacrifice a sheep or something, man? Come on. Every game I watch, it's like, we have a 49er down, and I go, oh, man. And every time, it's like, when Mac Jones got hit yesterday, and he was on the ground holding his knee, I went, that's it. There's our season. It's gone. Purdy's hurt, won't be playing. It's all going to fall in this Adrian Martinez guy. And I'm like, I don't even know where he's from. The dude looked scared. He looked very terrified to step on that field. I have no doubt in my mind if that kid stepped on the field, he's throwing 3 picks. 100%.
Would have been the welcome to the NFL moment.
Yeah. And I said this to my boss in the beginning of the season. This happens a lot to San Francisco in particular, where we have a quarterback that we pay big money to after their contract, right? They get hurt. They go out. Backup quarterback steps in. Backup quarterback looks good. Quarterback controversy when the first string quarterback is back up. Then what happens? We trade away the QB1, stick with QB2 because he got a smaller contract, and then we stick with that guy until his contract runs out, and then we have to pay him big money. And then once we pay him big money, he gets hurt, and then the next guy up steps in, and then he does a bang-out job. This has happened since Jimmy Garoppolo. It's been insane. No, wait. It was before Jimmy G. No, maybe it was just Jimmy G. Jimmy G starts. Jimmy G gets hurt. Brock Purdy comes in. Brock Purdy starts. Brock Purdy takes over. Brock Purdy gets hurt. Mac Jones starts. Mac Jones takes over. Like, do you see my pattern I'm getting at here? It's ridiculous. Yeah. No, it was Trey Lance. Trey Lance gets hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo steps in. Jimmy Garoppolo does good, takes a start. Yeah, so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We're stuck in a cycle that we can't break, and I don't know how the fuck to do it. I will say this.
Like ours for Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he didn't say anything anyway. I will say this. Every time that quarterback has stepped up and taken over, we've gone to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying Jimmy G did it. Brock Purdy did it. We lost both those Super Bowls, and honestly, I don't know if I could do another Super Bowl heartbreak. So I think I'd rather lose in the wild card and call it a day. The end.
Join the Cowboy fan club right there.
Trust me, dude. It's nothing. I hate Super Bowl heartbreak. The shit sucks ass. Oh, Joe says he's losing power.
Oh shit.
Hmm. Jibber, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Did you have thoughts on Thursday Night Football?
I still
Or
think that they
thoughts.
shouldn't have benched Blake Corum.
The backup Rams. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
right after he fumbled, shouldn't have benched him. I mean, that was just the dumbest decision to do, in my opinion.
Let me tell you something, okay? I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to sound like a dick, but let me explain something to you. I love my Niners, okay? I hate our division rivals. I hate Seattle. I hate the Rams. I hate the Cardinals. I have an order for which one I like them the most. The Cardinals are the most liked enemy. I'm cool with them. The Rams are middle. And Seattle, I hate the most. I hate Seattle the most. I fucking hate them.
I like how he's asking for the chat.
Huh?
Joe's in the chat.
Is it pouring? Yeah, but I got power, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's pouring and lightning striking around my place, and I live near the power plant, so I'm still good.
When Kyron Williams fumbled the football at the 1 yard line and he went to the bench crying, I went, "Why are you crying? The game is not over. You have plenty to do." It's like, it's one of those things where you throw an interception, right? You don't go to the bench and cry. You go to the bench, you shake it off, you get back out there and you throw. Like, you didn't cost your team there's still plenty of fucking time. Everyone knows
Yeah.
the 49ers are going to run it. You're going to call all 3 timeouts. You're going to get the ball back. Be ready for when you get the ball back. You're going to be called upon to maybe catch a throw and catch a pass and get out of bounds. And so I don't understand why you're going to the sideline and you're sobbing like you just cost your team the game. First of all, it's week 5. It's not that big of a game. It's week 5. So
Like something like that, you would have to react either during playoffs or like the week before the wild card.
I was gonna say, it's either your season is on the line, you need this win to make the playoffs, or it's to get to the NFC Championship, or it's to get to the Super Bowl, or it's to win the Super Bowl. We're talking week 5, and you fumbled with 2 minutes left in the game. Oh, Derrick Henry, have you been crying? You fumbled every game for the last 3 weeks. You didn't fumble this last week because they didn't give the ball to you.
I don't know. I would have lost my shit. That's me though. I would have just been pissed off going to the sideline. Would have been like, "What the fuck? Can't believe I dropped the ball."
I mean, Henry when he fumbled the ball was pissed. He went back to the bench and slammed his helmet onto the bench.
It's like Pickens when he knew that we had a catch and we had to score, and he just pissed off that we tied. I understand that.
Mm-hmm. J-Ray, you have a solution for the tie?
Do I have what?
Do you have a solution for the tie so we can get rid of ties in NFL games?
I think they should play it like college.
Hmm.
Just play till someone wins. I don't care if it goes into 8 overtimes. Play till someone wins.
I'll be honest, I think the players care. So, I did listen to a thing this week where someone said, why don't they just play 15-minute quarters and keep playing them until someone wins? And they're like, because it's like playing a whole nother game for them. You have to put your body on the line for that much more just to get one win. So,
I mean, I do, but that's just me.
yeah, I don't know. They probably worded it better than I just worded it, but
I mean, I get the whole like physical, like oh, like it's gonna affect the players, but I remember when we kept on tying with our other local school here, PV, and my body was just like it wasn't dead, but then again, yeah, my body was young, but I think we can actually play it out.
Yeah.
Too bad you can't use smelling salts.
Joe says need to get rid of the equal opportunity thing. Needs to be first to score. I don't agree with that at all. Then it's first to score on a coin flip. Imagine this, right? Hold on. Let me throw out
I'll
this
be right
scenario.
back though.
Okay. Imagine this. You are in the fourth quarter with like 8 minutes left. Your defense is on the field for all 8 minutes. The other team has a slow, methodical drive. Your defense is gassed. They have nothing left to give. They tried to hold out as long as they could to keep him out of the end zone, and it wasn't enough. The other team scored anyway, sent the game to overtime. Your guys get a rest enough for a coin flip. They win the toss. They elect to receive, and then they take the ball. And now they're playing against a defense that was just on for 8 minutes, and they're fucking exhausted. And they're just going to march down the field, score, and you're not even going to get a chance to go back on and do anything. So I get it, right? First team to score should win. Here's what I think you should do, right? Let's place the ball at midfield. Put the ball on the 50-yard line. Put both. Each team nominates a super fast player, their fastest player. You put them by the uprights on each end, and then on the horn, they run. Whoever gets the ball first gets possession of the ball wherever they are down at, because obviously it's going to be a big scrum. Now they have the chance to run it back, so it's up to that one guy to block them. I almost wonder if they should pick, if you weren't good enough to prevent yourself from getting into OT, then that's on you. I don't think you're thinking this through, buddy. Games are closer than you think, especially division rivalry games. Like, you guys played Green Bay and went to OT against them. Why the fuck did you go to OT? Green Bay should be so much better. Green Bay sucks. The Rams should have been so much better than the Niners, yet somehow they forced overtime after we had a massive lead, and then we still took it. It's a whole thing. Any team can get lucky any given Sunday to score a touchdown, right? Any given Sunday, any team can win. Everyone's heard that. I really like, maybe, and go back to my idea. Instead of it being one guy, it's 5. So you go like your speedster, and then you go for some husky guys, or at least like some linebackers or somebody who's going to be able to make a tackle. And you send one guy up
so
to
like smear the ball holder. I'm not gonna say the other word.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, but it's less of like,
well,
usually if you get tackled in that game, you have to like throw the ball out and then someone grabs it and then they become the person you have to get. So maybe it's less of that. Yeah. It's more of just like both teams have a chance to take the first possession, but it's not off a coin toss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would be cool with that if it wasn't up to a coin. I feel like if I lose because of a coin toss, that's kind of horse shit. I feel like if my team wasn't fast enough to get to that ball first and our defense couldn't hold, then we deserve to lose. So, I don't know. Someone suggested doing like the equivalent of penalty kicks, but with field goals. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing, because then I feel like Brandon Aubrey would be winning a lot of overtime games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like, he's like, you start at the 55, and if you both make it, you go back to the 60, and then 65. And I'm like, Brandon Aubrey going to be out there hitting 70-yarders all fucking day if he can't win up to that point. So.
Kick it from the moon.
You'd be watching a lot of Dallas Cowboy overtime games just so he could kick for the win.
I say this instead of like the first score like type thing. I say first touchdown in overtime. Not first kick, not first touchdown.
You know what? I did like the fact. I think it should be. Maybe I liked the old overtime rules, right? If you go down and kick a field goal, the other team should get a chance to go down to match or beat you. If you score a touchdown, it should be game over.
Yeah.
Touchdown is game over because if they went down the field and put it in your end zone, done. No, nothing.
You didn't have any time to stop it.
Yeah.
You should just,
But if you go down, because like the way you start now, you start so far up the field. Like I said earlier, 2 first downs and you're suddenly in field goal range. I feel like to win on a field goal when you only need 20 yards is kind of some bullshit, dude. Come on.
the Bears proved it.
Yeah, the Bears seem to prove it, huh? Always.
Block the field.
Always. Man, well. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up? I know we had a lot to talk about this week. A lot of it was football, to be honest, but it's very rare we ever have like a football-centric cast. Prayers out to Punky. He's dealing with some shit. We haven't really heard from him in a while, but I hope he's doing okay. Big love to the big man.
Hope he's rested well.
Yeah, hope he's resting. Anybody else? No.
Joe's. Jerry.
I think Jerry said he's stepping away for a second. I mean, I don't really have anything. I think that was pretty much everything I wanted to cover. I think we covered it all. Joe's, anything you want to say?
Nope.
All right. Well, one word from Joe's for the whole podcast. Really love that. So, J-Ray was here for a little bit. He's cool, I guess. Yeah, so aside from that, I guess we should wrap it up. Anybody have any last words? I'm not going to call on everyone this week. I'm just going to say, anyone? Any last words?
Have a joke.
Joke. Okay, let's hear joke.
So, it was a rainy day out in the Native American woods, right? So, the chief was just chilling out in his teepee, and this young Native American man comes in and goes, "Hey, chief, how do you name children when they're born?" So, the chief goes, "Well, sit down here, little buddy. When I see a horse run, I call this child running horse. If I see an eagle fly above, I say flying eagle." So the kid goes, "Okay, so what made you what just makes you want to just name these people off of just what you see?" And he goes, "Well, 2 dogs fucking. Why are you questioning me now?"
Boo.
I know. Boo. Yeah, Native American jokes. Yeah, boo. What do you want me to do? Throw a tomahawk? No.
Okay, you didn't have to go that far.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hope everyone has a great rest of your week. Enjoy your next week. We'll catch you all next week for another one. This has been the BS Bros Podcast. My name's Kirby, joined by Joe's, Joey, and Terrell. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Deuces.